Hello my friends, welcome back to Ken's Cardboard. This is episode number 4 of my top favorite 100 cards in my collection. We have a giant card in the background today, 98 Donruss Studio. Awesome card design. I don't know if I have this in the regular size version. I'm gonna check my Helton collection to see if I have the regular Donruss 98 Studio. These cards are huge. You can see the back there, just like on the card. Up close and personal. Todd Helton without any goatee or beard. Looks kind of weird. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, which the last couple 3, you can go back and check them. The last 3 videos I made. This is my top 100 cards. We're going to see some graded cards. I have 45 graded cards in my top 100. We're going to see some baseball. I have 62 baseball. We're going to see some hockey. I got 22 hockey cards, 13 football, 2 racing, 1 basketball, 25 are autographed, and then 25 are vintage. So let's get to the cards and stop messing around. So starting off with the vintage today with the first vintage Bobby Orr card that I ever purchased. This is the 1968-69 Topps. I think this is Bobby Orr's 3rd season, if I'm not mistaken. I just love the design of this card. I like horizontal cards. A lot of people don't like horizontal cards, but I love horizontal cards. Depending on the image, I prefer horizontal to vertical. I was looking for a nice centered version of this card. This is pretty good, a little bit off top to bottom, but I just love this design. I think the backgrounds are the same in all the cards, just different colors screened on there, but great Bobby Orr card into the collection as I started getting into vintage hockey. Need to get, kind of go in waves in what I collect, go into my 78 collection or patch cards or vintage hockey, or been collecting Caitlin Clark, been going back to the 80s collecting Bo Jackson. You get burnt out on a stall, and you get inspired by someone watching somebody else's video, and so yeah, that's coming up. So speaking of the guy in the background, and I showed this card recently in a couple of videos ago. One of my favorite Todd Helton cards is this autobiography card from Playoff Prime Cuts. I think this is 2000 to Prime Cuts. It's a 2018 Panini. I didn't realize it was that new. But anyways, it's a sticker auto. I don't have a lot of sticker autos because I don't like them as much, but I have a few. I like that it has 2 different jerseys in the bat, but as you know, I like this card. We'll put it right here up front and center with Mr. Helton. Shown that many times. So back at the 2023 National, had a few dollars left in my collection, and my wallet, and I wanted to pick up some vintage Dodgers cards, and I found this beautiful 1952 Bowman Gil Hodges. This is only a 1.5. As you can see here, there's a little kind of crease wrinkle in the card right there. But these cards are just beautiful, just like beautiful pieces of art. Gil Hodges, legend, Dodgers player. Love the 52, again, 52 Bowman. Can't go wrong with that. Adding those cards in a set. So that's my one example of my 52 Bowman in my collection. I think it's the only card I have that's a 52 Bowman, so great example. In my last video, I talked about the 2018 Independence Day cards. Well, here is another one. But this one was one of my favorite players, Charlie Blackmon. Not that David Bodie is not my favorite player, but this is the All-Star version. In 2017, Charlie Blackmon made the All-Star team. He also had some great stats back then. This doesn't show the stats on it, but this is again numbered at 76. But he led the league in batting and hits that year. But love me some Independence Day cards. The 2018 version especially. the first year they had those. Ooh, this card I got back before vintage cards started going up. This is a 2005 Upper Deck Sweet Spot, and it's not a vintage card, but it's got a vintage jersey on it. This is the Sweet Spot Classic materials, authentic game used Brooklyn Dodgers, even though it's kind of just a plain swatch. I think I got this for like $100. I've seen these going for like 4 times the amount now since vintage cards started going up. But Upper Deck, miss them from baseball. They made some great products. Glad to have this. Anytime I look for a jersey or patch card for Jackie Robinson, they're just way out of my league. So just sticking with this one card I got, and I'm glad to have that in my collection. Oh, speaking of patch cards, here we go again. I mentioned before, Philip Lindsay was a Colorado Buffalo, and he became a Denver Bronco. One of my other all-time favorite players, Terrell Davis, now Hall of Famer. Both number 30. This card's number 25. This is from Panini National Treasures. Great product for football. Bad product for baseball, not licensed, but we got dual patch here. 2 of my favorite Broncos players. It's got a little wrinkle on the back here, but doesn't matter to me because I'm not going to show the back off. I'm going to show the front. And so, love having that patch card in my collection. I wanted a rookie card of this cat. Everybody heard of this guy, Shohei Ohtani? So I have some 2018, MLB rookie cards, but this is a Bandai rookie card from 2013 when he played for the Nippon Ham Fighters. And I bought this from Japan, and whatever the way the seller had it set up, they didn't charge shipping, and it came FedEx, and I got a steal for it. And then I sent it into the PSA, and it came back a 10. Gosh, this is a pretty card. Don't you agree? Look at the shine on that foil. Awesome. Awesome foil work there. Ooh, this card, short print. Short print photos, one of the things modern baseball that I love. So this is when MLB players had, what do they call it? They could pick their own jerseys. They could put their name on the back. Players Weekend, that's what they call it. Players Weekend, yeah. So this is a short print from Bo's rookie season. Again, not my favorite card design on the sides, whatever, border, but Players Weekend, yeah, you can see kind of the Players Weekend written there. They do a little photo shoot, I guess, with their nickname on the back. He's just Bo. So they had the all white. This was sent from a YouTuber friend of mine. He knew I love Bo Bichette. He had this, and he generously sent this to me. So I appreciate that. You know who you are. Hope you're watching. Another vintage card. This is one of my favorite Jackie Robinson cards, the 55. Again, love the double image, love the photo of Jackie, the smile. Looked for a nice centered copy. Picked this one up off of eBay. Glad to add that one to the collection. You'll see more Jackie Robinson coming up in the collection. A little water break. Here's a recent pickup here. Right before the playoffs, Landeskog started playing again for the Avalanche, and he started playing again in the playoffs, and he's the captain. We haven't had the captain for 3 years. They did a documentary about him and kind of show how he was rehabbing to return back to hockey. So his last game he played was the 22 Stanley Cup game, and then he was out for 3 years. In 2025 in the playoffs, he came back, and started again in the playoffs. Unfortunately, they had a tough first round matchup against Dallas and ended up losing in Game 7. So this is the signature materials from the cup. This card is nice because it's an autograph and patch card. I prefer to get a patch card and an autograph, but I ended up seeing this one and ended up getting both. I may end up still getting just a nicer patch. I don't know about an autograph, but I like having this autograph one in my collection. That is card number 41. No, 31. Now we're coming up on 30 here. So there's Mr. Gabe Landeskog. At number 30, we have the Topps Living card. This is an awesome set, all designed after the 53 Topps baseball. They just have artists create images, if you're not familiar with these, of all their players. Not every player, but they do. Sometimes they do players when they change teams. But as I mentioned before, David Bodie is a local kid. I know his family. I talked to his brother. I ordered like 5 of these from Topps online, and I sent them all. Had them autographed by David Bodie. It took a while to get them back, but and I gave one to my sister-in-law, and I let Danny, his brother, have one as well. And I don't even know what happened to the rest of them. I gave them all away. But there's David Bodie autograph. Cool that his brother got that for me. That was kind of him. Thank you, Danny. All right, back to the Gypsy Queen again from last week, or last episode. One of my favorite all-time photos on any baseball card is right here. This is the 2019 Gypsy Queen box topper card. I think this is the indigo color. These are numbered out of 150 refractor. I just love this shot of Charlie Blackmon sweating, playing baseball, just chilling. On all the Gypsy Queen cards, if you look at the whole set, and every image that is taken of the card, it shows an expression of a person's face. They're all action shots, if they're pretty much. Just the images that they use were just amazing. But love this Charlie Blackmon. It's one of my favorite images. They also have that in the gold. I have that in the gold too, but I prefer that color. I think the gold looks beautiful. Whew. Number 29. These cards are tough to get in good grades, so therefore don't get them graded. I'm talking about the PMGs, Precious Metal Gems. Skybox metal back in the day, in the late 90s, 2000s, had the PMG. This is a 2021 Metal Universe. And they were basketball back then. I don't know if they I think they were just basketball. I don't think they made any baseball. They didn't make hockey. But they did come back like in 2013. Upper Deck bought the Skybox license. So this is Makar's, I don't think it's his rookie card, rookie season. Yeah, it is his rookie season. The PMGs are numbered out of 100. The first 10 of the 100 are green. One of these days I might get a green one if I can afford it. But of a player that I like. I mean, I could probably find a green one, but may not be a player I like. But these are beautiful. Hard. They chip really a lot on the edges. This one looks pretty good, but still not going to get it graded. No need to. Just like to keep it in the one touch there. I'll put this over with the hockey cards over here. But they shine. Love the PMG Reds. Back to the 1978 collection that I'm working on. We got my favorite image of Reggie Jackson. This is what I think of when I think of Reggie Jackson. Swinging, knee nearly touching the ground and hitting a home run that's probably like 450 feet, at least, minimum. I think I showed this card a few videos back when I actually purchased this recently. But you may know that Reggie Jackson hit 3 home runs in the 1977 World Series against the Dodgers. And I'm not sure what this game is from. I don't know if it's from the World Series or not, but definitely an all-star and a beautiful vintage card for the collection. 78 Topps. Oof. pink is one of my favorite colors. I play disc golf, and most of my discs are pink. They're easy to find in the grass when you're throwing discs. But when I see pink on a card, like the Bob Gibson card, I think it's a great card. I just love the color pink on things. Not like I wouldn't have like my whole house pink or walls painted pink, but I just like pink. It's a great color. This is a 67, 68 tops. This is in a KSA slab. I got this from Canada. But I love this image. I think this is his third year card. On the back we got a part of a puzzle. I'm not sure who the puzzle is, but I'm not putting that together. It was printed in Canada, so this is the it says it's top, so maybe it's the O-Pee-Chee version. If it says it's printed in Canada, KSA they may have goofed up on the label up there, but I'm going to be cracking this out and sending it to SGC anyway. So more another vintage Bobby Orr card in my collection. Speaking of hockey, not vintage though, but semi-vintage, because this is a replica of a vintage card, retro rainbow from O-Pee-Chee Platinum. This is the gold rainbow version from 2015. Again, Mikko Rantanen, sad that he's no longer an Avalanche. But I love all the design in the back with the logo multiple times. This is also his rookie card, so these are numbered out of 149. Love this design. Retro, modern refractor, whatever you call it. I think they call them rainbows. Yeah, rainbow gold. The first Jackie Robinson card I purchased, the 1956. When I started getting into vintage cards, I wanted somebody to collect, and my dad was a Dodgers fan, and I ended up getting a book about Jackie Robinson, and in 2019, I think 2020. My 2020 was the first time I picked up a vintage baseball card. I had other vintage cards, but they were only a Pete Rose. So I started to venture into other vintage cards, and I pretty much stayed in my lane. I don't have a lot of cards that are not the Dodgers, I don't think, that are vintage baseball. But this was the first one I picked up, and a 4, nicely centered. Good price. A little bit of snowing up here, but I remember this fondly as my first Jackie Robinson card that I picked up in my collection. We're getting down to, I think that was card number 24 in my collection. 25. 24, 23. Oh, 23. That's my 23rd favorite card. Next up, again from the 2021 National. Was walking around tables looking for Christian McCaffrey stuff, and I found this one, and I had to go get some more money to go buy this card because I didn't want to pass it up. This color blue is one of my favorite color blues, the Carolina blue, whatever color this is. This is another sticker auto, which again, not my favorite, but I do love this card because it is a quad rookie card. Got 3 patches on here and a glove as part of the card there. It's also numbered 22 out of 25, which is a jersey number. It's a thick card. I need to put this in a one touch. I don't think I had a one touch that would fit this, but this is from 2017 Panini Plates and Patches. My favorite Christian McCaffrey card that I have in my collection. I hope he has a good year again. Eventually, he's not injured. Back to the guy in the background, bringing out the 90s again. 90s cards are so awesome, so shiny. This is the Donruss Crusades from 1998, I believe. Yeah, 1998. Someone set me straight if I'm not right. I can't read the text on this thing, it's so small. But the purple versions are numbered out of 100. They have green versions and red versions. I have the green one as well, but I like the purple one better. Purple and gold there. That's just an awesome card. Shout out to Matt from Essential Credentials. You'll love this card. They make replicas of these days, but those originals are the best. Whew. Down to number 21 in my collection. So this card here, again, I don't know. I don't know what influenced me to buy this card, but I just love I've always been fond of Japan and Japanese players, Ichiro, Otani. But this guy is the legend in Japan, Sadaharu Oh. This is a 1975 Menko JCM 165. So I bought this from Robert from Prestige Auctions at the National in 2023 with my buddy Dylan. We were hanging out at his booth, and Dylan was buying Japanese cards left and right, and I said, Dylan, save one for me. So I think there were a couple of these Sadaharu Oh Menko cards, and so I picked up one as well. Here's the back. Awesome. This is I have some, Otani Japanese cards, but I think I have one pack of Japanese cards that was sent to me by a fan that watches my channel, which I appreciate. There we go. A vintage Sadaharu Oh from 1975 Menko card. Legend, home run legend from Japan. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate you taking the time. Got one more video in this series coming up with my top 20 cards. Again, appreciate everybody taking the time. Peace.